We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. And here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. We're going to break down some key levels here on what's going on with our inflow versus outflow and 42 vision indicators. And while the SPY continued to sit sideways, Apple was actually going higher, and our Apple bot sent out a bull indicator since 8:30 a.m. and from that moment forward into the bell and after the bell, call options went up 150% plus within hours, guys. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to our Discord, gaining access to our daily watch list and the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, our 42 vision indicators to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. So here we are with the SPY sitting sideways in a very volatile state, and it actually went from a rip area to a dip area and trying to reverse back up here, hitting dark green bars on 42 vision. The last part missing here of this puzzle from the dip area back up to the rip area is these bright green bars popping up if the continuation continues and if we break through key resistance levels. Now, before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home and opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I've managed to find this week alone. And while it's not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning, SPRT, BIAF, and this is how they perform. So we caught BIAF pulling downwards towards the bell, sitting sideways afterwards. Those inflows crossed over, full strength on 42 vision, and it gave a highest point of 25% plus. Now, we also caught SPRT pulling back towards the bell as well, found support, full strength on 42 vision, inflows crossed the midpoint with strength, and gave a highest point of 30% plus within minutes to hours, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index. After a big collapse here after the CPI data, it fell and it's ranging here in this sideways action. In yesterday's video, I asked everyone, do you guys think it's going to try to have a dead cat bounce and run up higher, or is it going to consolidate here and break through supports to go even lower? I asked that yesterday in yesterday's video, and after today's price action, I want to ask again, what are your thoughts down below? Do you think the SPY is going to recover from here to try to get back to key resistance levels, or is it going to break back down to newer lows? I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Now, in today's video, we're going to break it down with 42 vision and our inflow versus outflow indicator and the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, our QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, our Apple bot, and many others that are on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility, right? Knowing the flow of where money's going, whether it's going out of the market or into the market, makes all the difference. And that's the goal, to have the edge within the volatility. Slots are now open for those interested. Once again, the link is down below in the description. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator, and outflows crossed yesterday, and they were dominating all the way up till today. You could see those inflows picking up here as if someone was buying up the dip as it was going lower, and then the outflows continued to press it down. But today, it had a little bit of a move up when those inflows continued, and a big rejection here when the outflows came back to dominate, bringing it back down below the midpoint and bringing it down from 395 to 391. Inflows picked up again, and here we are back up towards 395, and this is where it gets interesting because we are above the midpoint here in the aftermarket hours, but we're still under a bear indicator within the volatility here of the 30-minute chart. Now we're gonna zoom in and zoom out on different time frames, and I'm gonna share my thoughts and key levels that I'm watching, right? So the first thing is the 15-minute, right? A lot of volatility here, bull and bear indicators back to back, and prices suppressed here to the downside in the bigger picture due to the fact that the inflows have been fighting to come back up. They slightly crossed, and the SPY went from 391 all the way to 396, sat sideways, and when it started to fall was right here when those outflows started to cross, started to continue. Bear indicator as an extra layer of confirmation. Outflows began way up here at 395, bear indicator at 394, and it went all the way down to 391. Now we got a bull indicator here in the aftermarket hours, and inflows got crossed as it was going higher, and so far it's up towards 395. So right now the key things I'm watching is obviously it's in a tight range here between 390 and 395, 396. We want to see this break above the high of the day of 396.20s, 396.50 if it could continue, and we want these inflows to stay above the midpoint on the 15-minute and pull away from it to the upside, guys. That's going to be very, very important here within this tight range based off the 15-minute time frame. Now, on the 30-minute, the inflows crossed over as well, and we want to see this hold above. It's really, really close. If it comes back towards it, breaks through it, or pulls away from it significantly, we could retest the lows here of 391 and possibly break through it to even newer lows such as 388, 385, and so forth, right? Those are the key levels to the downside if the 30-minute was to break. And right now, that's the key thing I'm watching, the 15-minute and the 30-minute. Now, when you zoom out and you look at the 1 hour, you could see a very pivotal area forming here. The first thing is, yes, we're under a bear indicator. We're in the dip area of extreme weakness. It's trying to reverse. Red with green borders is the beginning of trying to reverse. Not strong enough just yet. It needs to turn into dark green like you see back here. And then those bull indicators that can cancel out that previous bear indicator continue up and get those bright greens of extreme strength to the upside, and the crossover of the inflows, guys. The inflows are getting really, really close. We want to see these inflows cross over on the 1 hour, hold up on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, pull away from the midpoint on those smaller time frames, and that this 1 hour can cross over as well, because the last time it did, you could see the last two times it went from 393 all the way to 401, and this was the beginning of the last bull run that we just had for several days before CPI data, and that bull indicator, it went from 393 all the way up towards 414. So that's going to be huge if this 1 hour can cross back up, and the last time it crossed down was yesterday when it crossed from way up here at 410s and 415 area, 412, came all the way down, and it actually found a bottom here, and you could see that in this support there's some buying pressure. Okay, they're trying to buy it up. The bulls are trying to push it up, so it needs to cross. I'm going to be watching that very, very closely, and we need to see this break above 396.60s, 396.50s, and then get back up towards 399. If you want to round that up, 400 is a key level, and then up towards 402, 405, and to the downside, we want to stay above 390, and if it gets broken through, the next level is 388, and then below that is 385. So key levels that I'm watching here, the 1 hour, we want to see it cross, and the 30-minute, we want to see it hold above, push upwards, and break through those key resistance levels, as well as the 15-minute. And in the process, if a bull indicator can pop up to cancel out this bear indicator, I'm not stating it's guaranteed to run and hit newer highs or even recover all of this, but a dead cat bounce or some momentum could actually pick up into the end of the week. We need to see though, not guaranteed, because it's in a very, very tight spot. And if these outflows actually go ahead and get dominated again on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and reject on the 1 hour, that's going to be very important to watch, because it could be the beginning of another leg down with full pressure to the downside of the bears dominating. But this could be the beginning also for the bulls to take off out of this tight spot. Now, it's not just the SPY. You could see it in the QQQ. It just crossed over here on the 1 hour. We need to see if it could hold, because this is very important as well. And then if you come on over to Tesla, same thing. It's crossed over on the 1 hour today. We need to see if this could hold, or is it going to pull back down towards the midpoint with the rest of the indices, or is it all going to go up together? And Apple is right there on the edge within the volatility it had, even though it had a run today and calls were up on the first half of the day with that bull indicator that was sent out 150% plus. The inflows are beginning here, but to actually have an impact and show up in the charts and start breaking through resistance levels, we want to see this 1 hour cross. And if you look at the 30-minute, it's had volatility throughout the day. It fell back below, and it's trying to cross here in the after hours. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.